Hey everybody, welcome back. If you want to know what's going on in the romance world, or, well, publishing world right now, because it's got more to do with than just romance, stick around. We're going to talk about Kindle worlds, some trashy trademark behavior, and some false rumors. Stick around and get the details. Hey peeps, I'm back. Okay, so first thing, my cat is sitting right here next to the microphone. So if you hear a little scratchy on the table, it's because I'm petting her and her nails are going like this on the table. Because she keeps me company. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. She distracts me. By the way, I've got a vlog coming on procrastination that, you might understand. Anyways, let's get into the dirty details. First up, let's talk about some trashy trademark behavior. If you've been following my updates, you might notice a little change in my attitude, simply even by me saying trashy trademark behavior. But that is because my attitude has changed. Oops. And there she goes. Well, here she comes. What's that? Okay, so in the last update I gave you about Cockeygate, I had mentioned that I had originally reached out to our Trademark Troll and asked if she wanted to answer any questions or was willing to speak on her own behalf. Now, it took a couple of days for her to respond, and then it took me another day to see her response, but her response had been, just tell her where, when, and how, and she would be happy to answer any questions I had. Well, I responded and said, we can do it any way you want. I can email you questions, we can FaceTime, we can Google chat, and I can record it, so we both get copies of exactly what's said and done. I had responded that day. I do believe it was, whether it was Monday or Tuesday morning, it was that evening when she responded back. And her response was short and sweet. It simply said, I am stepping back. I am under attack. So she backed out. She wasn't interested in answering any questions or speaking with us. Take from that what you will. I'm no longer interested in her, no matter what's going on. I am interested in the damage she's done. And the damage is to more than the romance community. I don't know how much more I can stress this. The good thing about that is that more and more people are realizing that. Like, it's not just about not being able to use the word cocky in a romance title. There's a techie blog out there, Tech Dirt, giving them a shout out because they are even copying this because they see what it can do. They see what kind of damage this precedent can set. People like Kevin Nuper, our bulldog lawyer, he's not a romance author. He saw what was going on, what we were talking about on Twitter, and he jumped up to the front. Thank God somebody with a legal background and the knowledge to enforce it has stepped up to the plate for us. RWA has stepped up to the plate. This is being covered in many different blogs. Legally Inspired, Tech Dirt, writers and authors. I do believe I even saw it on, I'll link to those articles in the description for you guys. Mundane Matt from YouTube stepped up and said, because they've had to deal with this before with people trying to trademark the word react in their titles. It is about creation and creativity and the freedom to do that and the freedom to use words in the English language. Well, hell, in any language. God knows somebody might decide to trademark something in French. So whatever, this is behavior that is wrong on so many levels, and it makes me wonder that is there not somebody in her life that can look at her and say, look, what you're doing is wrong. It's not about publicity. It's not about getting your name out there. It's not about this. This is serious damage that you're doing, and you need to let it go. In that vein, Kevin Nuper, our bulldog lawyer, has received a notice of institution in response for his challenge to the trademark of cocky. He posted it on Twitter today, and he says, have received notice of institution in the cocky trademark challenge. Dates go out to the end of 2019, but Lauren Emerson and Cameron Rumour of Leeson Ellis, soon to be world's foremost romance novel legal specialist, working hard. Hope to end as soon as we can. Now, I'm going to link to that down in the bottom in the description. But some of his tweets made me wonder if they're still looking for somebody to stand up as a petitioner to fight this. Now, I really hope that there's somebody out there that will do this, because we need it. And honestly, if they're scared of attack and review bombs, I really don't think that they need to be, because they have all of us behind them, and we will be your support system. There's another rumor out there that I saw on Twitter. Our Trademark Troll's story, Cocky Quarterback, is about a quarterback who plays for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, that's a real football team with a real actual brand that I think is probably trademarked somehow. Anybody out there know any Atlanta Falcons? Or anybody to do with the NFL who might have something to say about this? I mean, after all, she did try to trademark a word mark of the word cocky in a font where the license clearly states that you cannot trademark anything with that font. So it's entirely possible that she didn't do any due diligence on that either. On to other news. A rumor swirled about this afternoon that Kindle Worlds was closing. Now, for those of you who don't know about Kindle Worlds, it is another creative venue. It is about fan fiction, legal fan fiction, where an author or creator has a world that they built and others are allowed to write in it and use those characters and that intellectual property. Only with Amazon through their Kindle direct publishing program. Now, maybe it's just me, but I'm wondering if this rumor about Kindle Worlds closing has anything to do with the whole trademark and intellectual property and the fact that there's so much intricacy of intellectual property involved in the Kindle Worlds. And Amazon might have just decided to, like, that's it. We're done with the crazy writers for now. But I'm sure that's not it. I mean, why would Amazon be done with writers? I mean, oh, maybe it's because sometimes you think they just don't care about us because they don't tell us anything. Like the fact that these authors that even created these worlds didn't know anything about them being shut down until the rumor started swirling. And by the way, that rumor has been confirmed by more than one creator of a world that Kindle Worlds is closing its doors. As of May 17th, they will no longer be accepting new submissions, and the website will be closed as of August 29th. What happens to the stories that are already in the world? Apparently we all get our rights back. The creators get their worlds and their characters back, and us, the fan authors, get ours back as well. I wrote a story in Carly Phillips' Dare to Love Kindle World, and I used the name of one of her characters, and my characters were basically their own world. They worked for one of hers, and apparently it is up to the world author on if we can republish them still using those names or if we need to take out their story elements. For me, it'll be easy peasy no matter which way we go. But for some, I know it'll be a lot different and I'll have to rename and rechange things to get it out there. Now, there was a false rumor going out, and it started with a hashtag called RebellionGate. It was quickly shut down. How it started, I'm not exactly sure. I saw it on Twitter. Somebody was worried, rightfully, that this Cockygate thing could start a very slippery slope in anything creative. And when they found out that the word rebellion was trying to be trademarked, It was a spark. Now, turns out, no need to worry, people. There is a UK gaming company called Rebellion. Their website is linked to in the description, as is CEO Jason Kingsley's Twitter feed, where he commented on it being completely wrong, and he quickly shut down the rumor that it was not meant to be that. The trademark that they had applied for was unnecessarily broad, and they were changing it and making it leaner so that it only applied to the games. It still raises a bit of concern because of Cockeygate. I think that this is going to stick with all of us for a while, whether it's resolved or not. And I only hope that others don't see this as a way just to get their name out there, because before this, nobody had ever heard of our Trademark Troll, who, by the way, apologized publicly for her video by saying, "And I won't be drinking whiskey and doing live videos anymore. Oopsie." Well, and one of my author friends commented and said, "I wonder if she promises not to drink whiskey and trademark anymore." I wonder if that's really what happened. Who knows? It's entirely possible. Okay, so that is the rumor mill and shit that I wanted to update. One more thing that I really want to share with y'all. There is going to be a Cocky anthology. And yes, one of my stories will be in it. I do believe I put one weekend in it, which is a menage. It's not connected to any of my series. And other authors are throwing up some short stories in this anthology. It's releasing on May 21st. I believe it's going to be called The Cockiest Alphas. And the money is, the proceeds are going to charity. So, we just want to have some fun. So those are the rumors and details of what I know of what's going on in the indie publishing world right now. So I thought I would share. I'll be posting another video tomorrow, but it has nothing to do with this. What is it about? It is about what's on my keeper shelf, urban fantasy editions. And really, you should subscribe to my channel and click that little bell so you get notified when that video goes live, because I'm going to be doing a giveaway in it. So, all right. See you next when we talk about books instead of publishing. Okay, can you listen to me while her tail flies in front of my face? Are you okay with that? Because I'm just going to keep talking while she's here. Yeah, I know, not professional, right? But, you know, what can I do? I'm a mommy. To the kitty, that is. Oh, now she's sitting on the microphone. There we go. Okay. So, tail smack.